Grand Rising YouTube, Grand Rising. I'm back in again to do intentionally a full moon in Pisces reading. I started taking notes yesterday, because this would be day 5 now of this beyond deep, beyond the hermit energy, deep. 5-day meditation in regards to this energy that's coming through. And believe me and you, for those who don't understand why I might have done so many or had so many of these downloads that I need to release 6:44 o'clock, is because initially when I saw this saga going on, if you look back about a week ago on my playlist, I said, this high priestess says, don't mix me. I had no intentions of getting involved in what was going on, to be fair, because I'd already, like I said in one of my previous videos, gone through something of my own, and I realized once you keep moving, you're always going to come through the other side. So I always try to encourage that you just keep moving, have faith and trust within your most highest energy that you have within yourself, because you will get yourself through it. Yeah? So anyway, I had to calm my head right down yesterday. So anyway, I thought I'd done enough videos. This is me now talking to myself. I thought I'd done enough videos. I thought I'd said what I had to say. It was enough that it released the tension headache that I had. So that was good enough for me. So anyway, I was here just talking now. And as I was there talking, it started opening up more avenues, and I said, oh, for freak's sake, because I just wanted to tap out of the energy, But I'd already cleared my energy of the reading that I did, just changed around my whole scenery, because that's how the energy felt. So, as I was here getting to talk, I was referring back to the person I was talking to, the video. It's like I just can't leave the energy. So anyway, during this time, I was already downloading the fact that I was going to do the full moon reading in Pisces. I realized when I went to go and research and look, I realized that we was in the waxing gibbon, however you pronounce that energy. So when I went I didn't even actually look to see what the waxing gibbon means, because instantly, the Most High just started tracking numbers at me. I was like, because right now what I'm realizing is the numerology throughout the whole of this documentation is what I'm calling this. It's the numerology for me, starting with the number 12, break it down to 3. So anyway, the numbers were just being thrown at me. So this is just scribble. I said, no. I need to simplify this. So I did, because I understood. It's like, Einstein, quantum physics or whatever. I understood what it was saying. But I said, that's confusing. So I broke it down. So when I broke it down, again, just like I did with the script that I wrote out, that was a script from my ancestor, because what I realized throughout these readings, I don't think I ever drew upon my ancestor deck. I didn't do it. The deck that did come through, because I pay attention to these things, the deck that did come through that I was guided to use was the angel deck. And this is the deck that I kind of class as the angel deck, because it talks about judgments of the 5D, not judgments of the 3D. This is more 5D energy. And whatever's going on here, the download that came to me through my ancestors in the script, the automatic write-up that I did, was that, yes, there's a 5D warfare, but there's also a 3D attack. Yeah? So anyway, going back to the point of why I'm actually into this, is because once I started going into this, or what triggered this, first of all, is when card number 19. Reverse it, it will be card number 91. Yeah? Awoke everybody with the saga in not what they said, but how they said it. That I wasn't going to be a part of. I had my opinion after listening to everything that was said on all sides, all parties, if you want to call it. So that was that. I carried on. I was doing what I was doing, but what I realized, I was tapped into my own seasons. I was doing my own thing, and since January, I've been guided to do these seasons. Right now, I'm on season 9. I notice it's moving in a coordination with the months that we're on. Coincidentally, synchronicity. So anyway, season 8 was all about judgment. I was getting Bible verses download, and I haven't read the Bible now, like properly read the Bible. When I used to go to Sunday school when I was a child. You know, we grew up in a Pentecostal church, so it was very much a part of my foundation. So certain words like repent, 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 I knew that it was referring to a scripture. So I went and I looked and I realized, oh, so I knew that. And also I had a download saying that this felt like, I said it through the reading, that this felt like it was the last season. But nevertheless, I still moved on to season 9, which got interrupted breaking news. You know, like when there's a world pandemic, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. And when the reading got interrupted, bear in mind, the High Priestess, if you follow my seasons, was at the bottom of the deck. So that was the next energy to come through anyway, when using my past life oracles and my major arcanas. But for some reason, the High Priestess wanted to come through sooner than within the time of the reading that I was doing for season 9. Breaking news, breaking news. So that's why I call it a spin-off. In one of the readings that I did, I call it a spin-off. That's when the first interruption came through. That's when the first interruption came through, because then I started hearing this reader, which has come through in my reading as card number 19. I was trying to look for it to see what it was called, but it's the Lion card that came through out my readings in the energy deck that I used. Started speaking of pedophilia. Now you done pissed off my spirit. You understand? Because what I come to understand, I'm a victim. You understand? I'm a victim of that. Something like I said, my book is called Was Never a Child, but Always a Soul. So that kind of hurt my spirit. It kind of got my back up against the wall. So even though I said I wasn't going to get involved with the saga, because honestly, you know, like I said, I've gone through my own saga in regards to, and carried on moving. So when I heard about this now, it's like the Most High said, no. You can't just leave it there. You're meant to do something here. You're on a mission. And I always follow the highest energy within. And I can't control how the cards come out. I have to read what I see. It's within my blood. It's the reason why the first 3 decks I came out with is say it frank like granny, say what you mean like granddad, and as real as any. I'm any. So understand, when I speak, I just speak my mind. It's my natural, it's my core, it's who I am. For those who truly know me. So anyway, I had to say something. Because first of all, you can't make an allegation like that without proof. Yes, we as readers know. We know ourselves. And again, just before I was ready to press record, I was guided to say, I'm speaking to the 12 dancing princesses, or the remaining of the 12 dancing princesses. That's of the good. Many were called and few are chosen. Yeah? So I said, that's ridiculous. You need to come with some more proof than that. I never said all of that, but I just said it was ridiculous. Yeah? X, Y, and Z. I then got told I was going to be put under judgment. But then I've got a song that says, judge who? Judge me, judge you. Because this is about me, this is about you. Yeah, and within that same song, it says, you think me not know about all the secrecy in the treasury, all about the little missing penny. Judge who? Judge me, judge you. Yeah, so anyway, that was that. Nothing back, because you understand now that me and you are not the same. Question mark. So anyway, whilst that happened, another video came out where I realized, this is when I got the download, the biblical scripture of Matthew 7 verse 16, and it refers to, you would know who are true by the things that they say. I'm just going to break it down, I can't remember word for word, but in a nutshell, my terminology would be, a liar has no memory, yeah, which I commented, yeah, so no response. Cool, I understand that, because I made 2 comments on one video. One comment got a response. Yeah? That was a comment of naivety, got a response. But the conscious comment just got a love, and that was it. I said, alright, cool, bless. Yeah, because now I see. Yeah, now I see. So anyway, I said, okay then, Messiah, so you're bringing us back here again in regards to this full moon in Pisces. And I heard in my head, just as I did when I done the script, yeah, yeah, we're going right back there again, because it's now 6:55. The time is now. This balance and this restoration, I think is the word I want to use, is now. The date today is the 19th. Again, going back to the card number 19 that came through in my reading, the Lion card, the awakening. So basically someone brought a message that awoke, sounded the horn. You understand? Awoke. So anyway, I was writing notes going into the new moon energy. Okay, yeah. So this is where this all started. All of this, trying to add up the numerology that was coming through, all from the figure 12 and 22. Funny enough, as I was doing that, and I started figuring out who is who within the 12. Who is who? Who is who within the 12? Karmics are in green, divines are in blue, stolen souls are in pink, the 12 tribes, dancing princesses are in brown. Coming to do the research more into my own readings, because I was listening to my own readings once I tapped into this reading, and I broke it down further, I simplified it with a more clearer mind now, because now my mind's quieted down from from when all of this started. This was just too much, but I deciphered it down to the point I even got like imagery. This is when I woke out of a dream, and I drew the image that I saw within that dream. It was the meditation energy that I've been in. This is day 5. On the 19th, break it down to 10, break it down to 1. Remember the 1. So anyway, we got the 12, dancing princesses. Take away 22, not 22, because you have to break down 22 to 4. Okay, just to stay with me. So 12, take away the 4. You're left with then the 8. Divine, infinite energy. Remember that, 8. But then now, take away 3 from the 8. Going back to my readings, there was a card that said 2 witches, and they literally looked like they were stuck together, as how you would imagine Siamese twins. Within the card, you would have to go back to the reading. I can't even pinpoint you which one, because they've just been uploading as and when they feel like it. 12 again. Some is taking 12 hours to upload, some longer. So they're just coming out as and when the Most High wants them to be released. That's okay. So anyway, So now 5 is left behind. A 5-star of dancing princesses is the reason why I said I'm talking to the remaining of the 12 dancing princesses. You have to just take it as it resonates. Throughout the reading, I downloaded 12, being the 12 tribes. Yeah, but anyway. And then I started getting names. There's names within this quest. Yeah. And I just abbreviated it, and I'll say no more. But there's one within the karmic energy that's unaccounted for. There's another one within there's another one within the divines that's also not accounted for, but could possibly be in part of the 5. But anyway, could be okay, could be safe. You know, them ones there. But anyway, what I come to also realize whilst I was downloading, the stolen soul, look, broken nails. The stolen souls, I feel like our divine masculine energies, well, let's just break this down, let me not even say divine masculine, are from this divine energy, one from this divine energy and one from the karmic energy. Stay with me. You may see this man to be in your life, or this feminine or this woman to be in your life, someone who's gentle but mixed with a little harshness, but overall they've got a godly soul, the core of them. You might feel like they lie often, part of their characteristics, going back to Matthew 7 verse 16. Break down the numerology to that. It's 14. You break it down further, it's a 5 again. You might see them as some kind of informant within, however that may resonate for you. May appear godly. Lost a wife at birth. I'm just picking out pinpoints of what I picked up throughout the reading that came through quite strongly, that I might have missed in the beginning or throughout the other reasons. May have been orphaned. May have around 4 children. Twins. 1 girl, 1 boy. Then I picked up an energy when I was reading through the book of the children of Lur, which I saw the children as liar for some reason. This is why this is more simple to me, because when you have dyslexia and you come out with things like this, you understand? It's jargon to somebody looking at it. Like, you don't understand what this is. Only I can tell you what that means. So then I had to break it down into color, because then I can understand it better. Understand? So anyway, I was reading through the book of the children of Lur, and it explains that there was a king who had 5. Okay, so now that 12 turns to 17. You understand? Break it down to 8. Back to this infinite energy again. You understand? So is the 5 the masculine energies? The 5-star. But anyway, he was then speaking about being cursed for 900 years and in different places for 300 years at a time. I wrote quantum leap, time traveling. Hence 3 different rings. All in all for 1 equals 5. Will see their loved ones pass. This king says, that's the curse. There's a witch of the air, Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini also involved in this situation. Then I was kind of closing up because my head was kind of hurting. I just couldn't believe that, alright then. I was trying to get a fresh new energy, more for me. And the Most High just brought me straight back in there. So anyway, the last thing I did yesterday, as you notice, I've dated it here, and it was the 18th, because I was in the prediction energy. For some reason I wrote the time, but I wrote the time both ways, the 24-hour clock and whatever. So anyway, I wrote the time yesterday, it was, where's it gone? 7:48. I done the numerology, yeah, and it's like the 12-hour difference. So then from 7:48 in the morning to It was last night, so this is how I saw it on the clock. 1948. So then I broke it down, simplified it. 7:48. Break it down. 12 hours. Coincidentally, we're then going back to the 12 tribes, the 12 dancing princess cards. Coincidentally, synchronicity. Yeah? 12-hour difference. So there's a 12-hour difference. Whatever's taking place, there's going to be a 12-hour difference. So okay then, fair enough. So then I started writing 1948. Bear in mind, 19 is very strong within the energy of the readings that I've done so far in all of this documentation. 1948. So now I know what 19 is already. So now also card Children of the Lure, which I associate with the Liar card, is card 37. Break it down to 10. Okay? Break it down to 10. Yeah, so when we break it down to 10 now, that gives me the energy, and now I can understand who the energies are within my reading. So 19 and 10 are in one quarter. Okay? They're together, they're okay. Yeah? 19 and 10 are in one quarter. So I said, why have I written it like this? And this wasn't written yet. This what's in red wasn't written yet. Okay? I only done this triangle with this information. But I knew something. I wrote up here, 19th, something significant at 7:48. And we're not even there yet. At 7:48, and I can hear a plane going past, equals 12 hours difference. And funny enough, when I got up this rising, now I've been up for some time, because I've just been sitting here in my meds. I was kind of in this mess. This is today now. Yeah? 5:28 a.m. 19th of the 9th, 21. Okay? So, I started writing after I got this premonition here, because I knew something was coming. I just didn't know what, and I knew who it was coming from. I knew it was going to be from the people or the energies in my reading. 19, the one who sounded the horn, and also 10. Now, by the time this comes out, because of my 12 hours that is being taken to download at a time, you know, you're going to notice as you see the videos that how they're coming out very sketchy, but it's okay. That's the Most High. Yeah? I knew two things was going to come by the time I woke up this rising. Now look, in red I've written, today, 19th of the 9th, 21, video at 19. So the energy of 19 has now put out a video. LOL. LOL. Oh, I just don't even know what to say anymore. I just know that the Most High walks beside me and He guides me. Now I don't know for the rest of the 12. I don't know for the rest of the 12 dancing princesses of the 12 tribes of whatever, and the 5 kings who was cursed to who was cursed 900 years ago. I don't know, according to the reading. Yeah? But there's some ancientness to this, that's what I can tell you that. It came through in my today's write-up. But anyway, all I know is I have to give thanks. I give thanks every morning. Every morning. Every morning I give thanks. Right before me, I've got my ancestors looking down at me every morning. Every night too. So anyway, I was just in a grateful energy just then. So anyway, I wrote also, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. 19 mirror 91. Waking Lion, that was the name of the card. So Waking the Lion, it says Waking the Lion. So this is the reason why I've got a separate folder. And it says, who would wake a praying lioness? Because at the time of all this saga coming through, like I said at the beginning of this intro, I done moved past the local, what I saw through my channel and my creativity, and I was just keep on moving. I was doing my thing. Don't mix me. Then the Most High said, no, you got a mission. You understand? And these people started talking about issues that I'm still needing to have to deal with in regards to the traumas that I myself went through. And one thing I stand for, as it says in my song, for the creation of the next generation, we have to teach them in these times, no hesitation. In these times of starvation, foundation, plantation, education, manipulation, stagnation. It's in the same song that I sent to the channel 19 that's coming through my energy. Mirror it 91. And I heard it all back through the readings that she did. So I'm grateful that she's kind of took heed in regards to the point I was trying to make to her. I've got no time to get mixed up in any saga. But when it comes on to the children, I definitely will bring proof, bring my part to it. You understand? Of what the Most High is downloading to me, through me, to me, to share. And I can see that it's reaching where it needs to reach because of the illusion that was put over me and my energy. It wasn't being able to get to where it needed to get to. You understand? So now the Most High is now using somebody who has more of a following. So when they thought they were stagnating me, they're using their own. They're using their own. And I didn't even write that down. It's coming to me now because I'm still in the energy of receiving messages. Yeah. And it's come up within my notes already. I had a massive question mark. As I know. So it says, through your creativity you will find healing. It says, man broke the spell over the 12 princesses. The heart chakra was now activated. Purpose, defend to the end. Worthwhile, that's the card that came out as an overall energy to all of this. There's going to come a time where you need to defend, and it brings me back to a dream I had 2013/14 of where it was like me and a group of people within my circle, and one of who I thought was the least expected one I would be following. We were following that person to a place of safety, but I didn't want to forget somebody, so I said we can't forget them. It was a close friend at the time. So when we went to this tower block, like proper ratchet looking flat building, towered right up high rise, I'd seen that this friend had been beaten and gagged, hands behind her back, and she noticed me and she shook her head to say, run, just go, to leave her. 7-Eleven. Yeah? And what come through on this for me, when I tallied up the date, I had to remember it as well, is 9/11. That came through to me yesterday. So anyway, it reminded me of that dream because what we were running from was not the police. It wasn't the police that we were running from. It was bigger than them. It was bigger than them, like the army, let's say. You understand? That they had, whoever we were running from had more authority than the police. As I say that, I hear my grandson just wake up. You understand? Everything is relevant. The children need to be woken up. You understand? The children need to be woken up. We are the creation of the next generation. It's down to us to teach them. You understand? Going into what I downloaded today now at 5:28 a.m. 19. That's when I woke up. You understand? Because I was kind of making notes on what I was doing, this and that, and just sitting in my time, sitting in my energy, having my meditation time and connecting with my ancestors, as I do every morning. So anyway, I said being listening, and again, meditation brings answers. Throughout these downloads, I've had over the last year, because I say over the last year, because this has been over 2 channels, has brought me to this point, going back to a reading I've just recently done a week ago, leading up to all of this. All of this is taking place at this time. All of what's taking place is for this time, or something like that is titled. Even down to my seasons, over the 2 channels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up until now, this is season 9, was leading up to this exposure. The numerology in this for me in the middle of this saga is what's fascinating. It's fascinating. But then it reminds me of my song. What them call me, Reefy, but that's for the friends and that's for the family. One thing about me would have read for your energy. The number there, with the lology, numerology, astrology. Understand? May pay attention to all synchronicity. Anything that me. Anything that me. Ludi, blackjack, that's a roominess. Me live me life like me play chess, and I am who I am, nothing more, nothing less. Empress, upcoming high priestess, alchemist. Me never say me are the best, me go different to the rest. YouTube, Insta, me not comfy impressed. The truth, me I got see, me I got see, nothing less. Empress, you understand? Deep energy I've just touched into. So here again. Reminds me of my song Reefy when I was new to tarot, but not new to my natural intelligence, to my gifts, the things I pay attention to. I pay attention to the detail. They say, I think it's the devil's in the detail, and if it's not a saying, then trust me, the devil is definitely within the details of the whole of this that I've broken down. If you just look carefully enough, sometimes listen twice. It took me to listen twice to even decipher more, because these people putting out videos have made mistakes in the things that they're saying, and it's tallying up with all of the downloads that I'm getting, and I've got the slips too. Like, people are talking about, you think I'm gonna come and get you, and things and things like the evidence. And all kind, and not, they never mean to say it, but they said it. Why? Because that's what's on their mind. That's their worry. So even though you're talking like a script, yeah. Even though you're talking, oh, my ancestor got jokes. Even though you're talking like a script, my ancestors have got jokes. I feel like, I don't even remember the date that I recorded this, so it would have been on this. Look, there's the slips, yeah? This is the list of the slips that I've got. Look there, slips, yeah? So whenever I put out this, I think it was yesterday, my mind and that's why I chose to leave this as it is, because there's an energy shimmering that's taking place right now within days and times. Anyway, yeah? So there's a script that's being written, that somebody's going by, but that's not on the forefront of their mind. They're more worried about what's in front of them and behind that camera than you understand, because of the slips that I picked up on, which is confirming to me now my jargon. It's confirming to me now my jargon, and no disrespect, but the jargon of also others. And even deciphering, I'm picking the sense out of the nonsense of the script that was written, that these people are speaking from. Because this is my script. But like I said, this is between the Most High, and notice I put grounded, yeah. The divine energy, notice I put me. And I said, in blue, would have chose blue, couldn't find the truth, but this energy is riddled with envy and deception. So this is the karmic energy. Now understand, yeah, we all possess karmic energy, so that's how come we can think like them. And it says, no, think like them, you understand? I can think like them, because at some point in my life, prior to me awakening to life, that compassion, that empathy, because I was never a child, but I was always a soul. For those who don't understand, so when you're mimicking me, you have to understand not just my chart, but my whole build-up. You don't know what I was lying down at night thinking, feeling, all of them things there. Some of them things is not even expressed through that book. that I've now kind of put out there. This is the second one. The second one's put out. Please. Listen, please. So what I'm realizing, going back to the reading, these are the slips, yeah? Going back to the reading, and my jargon, I'm now starting to put channels together in regards to who these 12 dancing princesses are. Going back to the reading that I put up, made the real raw step, sing, dance, create, forward, or something or the other. Stemming back off of a reading that I done on my Empress Earth Wisdom channel 1111, which I also know the energy of 19, the energy that I know is looking through and listening to my music and whatnot. I done a segment of my own personal life, speaking about wishing on a star 30 years ago, and the answers have now been revealed 30 years later. And I heard the reader come up with the exact same message after I sent her the link to my channel through her comment, saying, "Judge who? Judge me, judge you." She then came back saying that she had time off and she was spending a lot of time doing what she was doing. That was watching through my videos, because I saw the views go up. I haven't got many subscribers, and this is how the Most High has kept me as a small channel, so that when I need to see what I need to see, I can pick the sense out of the nonsense. You understand? And then I heard it back in the video. It's so funny, it's ridiculous, but at the same time, it's great, because the Most High said, "I am sending new messages to you, through you, for you to share." Now, He's already guided me that my station was going to start very small. You understand? So that I can recognize the sense. I can then decipher through the numbers, let's say. Yeah? So I'm grateful that this energy 19 and on the 19 has brought forward this message. I question myself, it sounds mirror image before the ones had even been downloaded though. So then that's why I have a massive question mark against the name and the energy. Massive question mark. Are they one of the pink energies or one of the blue energies? But anyway, I guess the Most High is going to bring it forward. Because as I was sitting here to do this reading, the Most High drew my eyes to this, and this was quite over there, and for some reason it needed to be acknowledged. So I said, "Are we going back there again?" He said, "Yeah." Yeah. This is the readings that I did back in, I believe it was December of last year, and it was a personal reading again, or was it for New Year's? And I said, just in case. Is what it was titled, because again I was having downloads and flashbacks of the visions I was having, 722, of the visions I was having of the image that I drew when I said I jumped out of a lucid dream. Right here, you understand? So when I use this particular deck, I've only used them a handful of times, not very often, but when I do, it always brings up people, places and things and rings. Cartels is what I referred to them as in my December reading. Going back onto Instagram, monkey sees, monkey do. I'm starting to recognize now who's a part of this whole agenda. Channel by channel, and exposure is happening. Going back to a reading I've done also on my other channel, one by one they're going to be exposed. So funny enough, now going back to today, 19, we're going back to today now, number 19, 19th day, which I channeled through the time, 1948. I'm still in this grey area, which I also commented throughout this saga here, that I had a download of middleman grey area. So anyway, there's a grey area over 48, 12. Something said add them up. 24. Something could be taking place on the 24th. On the 24th. On the 24th. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. 19, mirror image, 91, waking the lion. You have to understand, not everybody just listens for the fun of this. Because some people had children that could have well been hurt because of this. So some people's going to listen with more of a deeper air inner this. Some take it for fun, and others take it serious like I got. So when it sounds scripted in what I hear, especially when I'm hearing myself back through the information that I know is being listened to, through the viewings that I have, everything is a synchronicity. And right now I'm about to press pause on this because I'm going to end it right there. I don't think I had much else to say in that. So it says again, in bold for me, it's logic, see? For me, I'm using logic in this also, logic. Yeah. It says this is not BC, this is the 21st century. Less but more deadly, principally, unaccepted to accept back then. Now, we, the 21st century generational debt breakers, are here through the quantum leap of over 900 years, shimmered 300 years at time. But the time is over. Now, I was guided then in the last. It says, no, sorry, now. And the time now has come to reveal judgment, I put in brackets. Repent, I also put here. Well, I didn't, but it just come to mind. Season 8, going back to my seasons 8. I was guided then in the last, I believe, that this was the last season. Season 9 was the last season. Season 8, sorry, was the last season, but then I went forward anyway and done season 9. And it got interrupted, like I said. This is what I was writing. This is today. If other readers such as not been watching, such as 19, not been watching my channel, then I question their role in all and all in one. 19, break it down to 10, break it down to 1. Go right back to when I said here, in my jargon, 1 is unaccounted for through my jargon, but I'm still working it out. And then I downloaded The Calm Before the Storm. Check your own rings of possibilities. I know mine. 144, 288, 432, 1,000 problems. Choose one. The 12 dancing princesses have a mission to take down 1 ring. Some want to choose to take down 3 and 2 because not all 12 dancing princesses remain.